feared slugger, Albert Pujols, and a beautiful skyline. Saw the arch. It's time to play some baseball. 2009 State Farm Home Run Derby, a senior on ESPN. Always a lot of love in St. Louis for Cardinals legend Ozzie Smith. Threw out the first pitch to Cardinals catcher. Name that Molina.
Benji.
Yadier, of course. First up, Nelson Cruz. And if you're not familiar with this Texas Ranger, you better recognize. But first, Albert Pujols, responsible for one of the most memorable home runs at Busch in the first half of the regular season. There is an I in the Big Mac Land sign, and Pujols takes it out. That was back on May the 21st. Cruz came out crushing the ball. This is over the Big Mac Land sign. Looks like they've replaced that I. His 8th homer of the round, and Pujols gets a standing ovation for Cruz. Josh Hamilton, his teammate, cheering him on. Hamilton hit a few homers in last year's event. Cruz hits one deep to left. This is going to go 471 feet. So what an effort for Cruz. 11 home runs in the first round. He would be heard from again. As would Prince Fielder. Fielder here, stepping into one. Now, it's early in the Derby, but to this point, here's your long ball, truly your long ball, 480 feet. Then later in the round, Fielder hits that and then some to nearly the same spot, but this one 17 feet further, 497 feet. Check out the replay of this cut. That is a violent uppercut swing. Crushes it. Fielder, 11 homers in the first round to tie Nelson Cruz. One player with Derby experience, Ryan Howard, won it all back in 2006. A local product from the St. Louis area. Liner to right that barely gets out, but it does. Howard would hit this one a little further. How about 429 feet? No doubt about this one. He hit 7 home runs in the first round. And then it's Albert Pujols time, the first player to participate in his home park since Ivan Rodriguez in 2005. Pujols with the flash bulbs a-poppin'. Needs 5 home runs to force a swing off, 6 to advance to the second round. Hits a liner to right, just barely gets out. And only because fan interference. Come on.
It's a Jeffrey Mayer situation,
No
Levy. Come
question.
on. Come on.
If that's at the Metrodome when that happens, they go the other way. But this is in St. Louis, and Albert's king, and he's picking people up at the airport, and he's going to get every single call. Pujols with 9 outs. Home run to left center, 400 feet. So he's now 1 home run shy of forcing the swing off. To left center, 410. No doubt about that one.
You can see him take a bunch of pitches and make sure he wasn't going to swing at one that he didn't hit out.
It's 2 home runs with 9 outs to force a swing off. Again, got a little help. Little home cooking there at Busch. All right, in the swing off, you get 5 swings, not 5 outs, people. Carlos Pena, the Rays, barely gets out. He had 1 home run in the swing off. Next up, Joe Mauer of the Twins. Mauer deep to center. I mean, they're all deep, but this one, that's not deep enough. Mauer does not hit a single home run in the swing off. So that means Pujols needs 2 homers to advance onto the semifinals. Here's his second swing. Hits 1 to the St. Louis Knight. So Albert needs only 1 more to make the semifinals. And with the next swing, he's moving on. With Pujols' son A.J. cheering as his dad's second home run leaves the park. Pena with a word for our audience and the ESPN cameras. Yeah, I'm out. Pujols becomes the 4th and final player to advance on to the semifinals. Let's recap, if you allow me to do just that.
Please do.
Round 1, Nelson Cruz and Prince Fielder each hit 11 homers to lead all the participants. Ryan Howard, who won the 06 Derby, he advanced to round 2 with his 7 blasts. And Albert Pujols wins the swing-off with Carlos Pena and Joe Mauer to advance. Pujols is 2-0 all-time in swing-offs. Did you know they keep swing-off statistics?
Now I do.
2-0 all-time in swing-offs, having knocked off Justin Morneau in 07.
All right, second round and the power on display. That's quite a quartet. Albert Pujols doesn't get much of a rest. Only 1 home run, 7 outs. Albert's son is sending one upstairs, and so too does dad. It works. He's got 2 for the round, 7 total. Now with 4 home runs, 9 total. ESPN's ball track will show you this one as it gets out of the park. Let's use a catchphrase from every ESPN anchor, shall we?
Let's do it.
Bartender. Yeah.
Yeah. Does he still work here? I never see him on.
Hey, they get a lot of off days out west.
Wow.
Now with 9 outs, 5 in the round, aloha means goodbye.
I miss Larry.
Sun loves it, 11 total. To Ryan Howard, battling a little fatigue. Only 2 home runs, 7 outs. Needs to get something going, but running low on fumes.
Tired, boy. Worn out right now.
5 home runs in the round. Howard, Machuda. Kenny Mayne knows what that means. That's 6 in the round, 13 total. Then Howard, deep, and I don't think it's playable. 7 in the round, 14 total. You do one tag team partner, you got to do the hour. Howard, gone. 8 home runs, 15 for the Derby. We may run out of catchphrases before we run out of home runs.
Can always go back to back.
Sure. Nelson Cruz. Josh Hamilton says of his power, it's the best I've ever seen. Ah! Cruz. Can he, I know, but it's still, we're channeling the essence of Boomer.
Signature.
Booyah!
All right.
With the trail, he's going to take out the Big Mac sign. No, it's beyond that. There's Hamilton cheering him on. Cruz said, you always dream about being in the home run derby. I think I have a chance. I think I'm going to do well. I think I'm out of them. Get out of town, and he means it. There you go. So he's doing well as Cruz. He's got 16 total. Then Prince. Imagine how far this man would hit the ball if he ate meat. 453 for the Prince, and it was just fun to see him because he was back on his heels every time, like the guy you play with at the municipal golf course who's wearing like a tank top and cut-off jeans, who swings as hard as he can.
You know, you got Gary Miller in there even without even trying to.
I didn't even know. Who knew? Give me 503. Wow, that ball's smashed. Look at the dude with the fake salad and the mustache. We appreciate him as well. 503. It might have been his real hair. And we're happy for all of everyone that was there. Great baseball town. And Fielder with that one moves on because he has 6 for 17 total. And Nelson Cruz, Steve, I think you made the point earlier that this is a good one, that maybe America's just getting introduced to Cruz. His power this season to the halfway point has been fantastic, and he's showing that he belongs in this one. Howard, a former winner, and Pujols are both going to have to watch the finals.
Cruz putting his teammate Josh Hamilton in the rearview mirror. That's doing something. To the final round, the championship round. It's winning time. Whole lot of money balls here. Nelson Cruz, first to go in the final round with 2 outs and 2 homers. Cruz homers over that Big Mac land sign, 416 feet. So 3 home runs now for him. There is no carryover to the final round. Cruz, this one goes 435 feet. For the aforementioned Hamilton, enjoying the show. Cruz, 4 homers and 5 outs. This will travel 411 feet. That's enough. 5 homers. It would be his last of the round, however. All right, Fielder getting ready for his shot to win the home run derby. You know, Prince's dad, Cecil, participated in 3 home run derbies back in 1990, 91, and 93. Fielder crushes it. 461 feet. He's got 2 homers. 2 homers. He also has 2 outs. Oh, look, Scotty from the meeting. Shoots one the other way. Good piece of hitting right there in home run derby.
I think this is actually left of center as well. Vinny in research. Never doubt research.
Fielder, 4 homers, 1 away from tying Cruz. 4 homers, 4 outs. Get out to right center and gone. 456 feet. Ties with Cruz. Who knows, he's in big trouble. The Fielders are the only father-son combination to participate in the event. Now, you know what? Prince is going to win the event. Mobbed by the kids at the plate. Watch it again. Here's your winning swing. And then he's got the celebration. This is how they do it with the Brew Crew in Milwaukee. That's his real teammate, Ryan Braun. And Fielder with some love for his runner-up, the co-finalist Nelson Cruz. Prince Fielder is your 2009 State Farm Home Run Derby champion. He wins by the final score 6-5 over Nelson Cruz. Fielder's the first Brewer to win the home run title. His 23 total homers ties for 7th most in a single derby. For Cruz, his 21 totals, second only to Josh Hamilton's 38 homers in last year's derby. You might remember that for most by a Ranger.
To the hill, Albert Pujols is going to catch him. He got the ball from Stan Musial. Let's see. The windup and the pitch. We're going to give him a strike. We're giving him a strike.
Roach Lalab. Got to give him credit. He went all the way to the mound, but a little bit of a short armor.
It was the volley floater. Steve Hamilton, Dave LaRoche, Lalab, and then Tim Lincecum, hair. I'm jealous because, you know, Timmy, I used to have hair like this.
I used to have that hair. I used to have that hair. My wife made me cut it.
Derek Jeter not jealous at all because not expecting this jam on wrist. How many hearts are in the mouth of New York?
The entire Yankee organization, Yankee fans, but Derek Jeter shakes it off, stays in the game.
Lincecum struggling in the first inning, and Albert Pujols struggling here with Joe Mauer doing a nice play, almost like a screenshot as a goalie. Pujols boots it, Jeter scores, the American League leads 1-0.
Well, you have that old, you know, I'm going to hesitate to let the ball go by me so it doesn't hit me, but the only reason you do that is to try to block the, block the ball from the first baseman.
So 2 runs there in the first, but Michael Young says to Albert Pujols, I know you want to make it up with the bat. Not going to happen there in the first inning. Michael Young always comes up big in all-star games. Roy Halladay, he's batting. Now, wait a minute. He didn't expect to bat.
No, it's a video game that doesn't have a license to use Major League apparel, apparently. So, you know, Roy Halladay just going to take his whacks.
Took Evan Longoria's helmet, remember, but he had to sit with the lineup snafu once upon. At any rate, struck out looking, didn't need helmet. Bottom of the second, National League down 2-0, and the other Cardinal starter, Yadier Molina, after a broken back single right, a base hit Victorino. David Wright scores, Josh Hamilton throw hits the flying Hawaiian in the back. Victorino scores, and we're tied at 2, and the crowd goes nuts.
Yadier Molina showing back to the crowd, giving back a little bit, good piece of hitting.
How about a couple of days for Prince Fielder here, the home run derby champion, then goes the other way. As all this happened in 2 down, the National League up 3-2.
Prince doing a nice job going the other way. Guy who's locked in, hitting home runs in the home run derby, going down the line.
Speaking of down the line, Joe Mauer off Chad Billingsley with the AL down 3-2, and Derek Jeter's going to soar all the way from first, and we're tied at 3. Now, we saw a boot early, but he was marvelous the rest of the game at first. Albert winning the Pujols, robbing Mark Teixeira, tossing to Billingsley.
Well, they gave up 1 run in that inning, but they made 3 unbelievable defensive plays, did the National League.
And before the bottom of the 7th, Pujols coming out. Some words with Adrian Gonzalez. Standing O, he had his 3 at-bats. Later, bottom 7, Jonathan Papelbon. It's Brad at the hop, but Carl Crawford robs the home run.
Just incredible that anyone that athletic can play left field. I mean, that's why Tampa Bay is going to be so dangerous.
Being a left-handed thrower probably helped a little bit right there. If it was the other way around, his glove would have gone into the wall and might not have been able to get the extension to reach the ball.
Snap, crackle, Papelbon was hit hard, but gave up nothing. Now, Heath Bell hit hard. Curtis Granderson rips the ball to left, and Justin Upton never played left field in professional baseball. It happens in the All-Star game. Granderson gets a triple.
Just got turned around. I don't care how gifted an athlete you are. If you've never taken a ball and you see how it slices off a left-hander's bat in left field, you don't know what it does, you're going to be confused, and that's what Upton was.
Adam Jones after an intentional walk. Victor Martinez has a sac fly. Granderson scores easily, and the American League is up 4-3. Bottom of the 8th, Ryan Howard. So neither Pujols nor Howard, the big St. Louis boys, if you will, Howard from here, Pujols plays here. They couldn't do it at the plate as Joe Nathan turns him around now. How many times have you seen this? Well, over 500 in the regular season and now 4 in the All-Star game. Mariano Rivera in the 9th gets hot with 2 out, and then Miguel, to how did they come? To how did they fall? And to how hot did they fall? 12-0-1. The National League has fallen now to the American League. The last time they've won it was 1996. So the AL coming from behind, winning by the count of 4-3, wins yet again in the All-Star game.